You know, every restaurant is a buffet if you're willing to pay, especially here in Las Vegas, the all-you-can-eat capital of the world. Hello friends, it's me, Shin, and I'm on a quest to vlog every restaurant on the Las Vegas Strip as well as downtown on Fremont Street. I'm 174 in, and this week we're number 175. I'm coming to you here from the Mandalay Bay where I'm checking out Riro's Irish Pub for the first time. Really happy to have you along. I'll see you inside. All right, everyone, and here I am seated at Riro's Irish Pub. Riro's Irish Pub and Restaurant is situated in the Mandalay Place. This is a shopping corridor in between the Mandalay Bay as well as the Luxor. All sorts of different shops and eateries, though I've never actually personally eaten here at Riro. And when you enter here, you're definitely transported into something like an Irish pub. A relatively dim atmosphere, beautiful dark wooden tones, you have bar tops and tabletops for seating, and they even have a space for a live band. They do have pleasant pub tunes playing, and it does seem like a very welcoming atmosphere here, a good vibe. Now, regardless of the vibes, though, you know it's all about the food for me, so let's take a look at what they have to eat on the menu. Okie dokie, so here is your menu at Riro's Irish Pub, starting with their alcohol list. On the back, you can see the beer, the wine, and the Irish whiskey here. Looks like all those beers are clocking in somewhere between $7 to $9. Your list of cocktails here as well. And all of that beer is continued, as well as the whiskey on the right. And you have some additional, let me get you guys out of the glare here. Oh boy, this glare. Okay, here we go. Maybe this helps? Cool. Yep. And then some gin as well as some copper cupped whiskey drinks down here. And that is your alcohol list here at Riro's Irish Pub. Let's flip it on over, take a look at what they have to eat. That's what I'm most here for. Starting with the snacks, plates of good stuff to share. We've got potato cakes, Scotch eggs, devil or chicken bites, chicken wings. Oh, okay, potato leek soup, baked goat cheese. That all looks really good. Here's your list of salads here. A chopped salad, a Caesar salad, strawberry salad, and the like. And then we have your plates. So you've got an all-day Irish breakfast, fish and chips, shepherd's pie, ooh, a beef and Guinness stew. This is all looking really cool. Pub mac and cheese, steak and chips, a salmon and an Indian chicken curry or Irish chicken curry. That sounds good. And then you have sandwiches between the bread here. So we've got a pub burger, Guinness barbecue, Dubliner burger. Okay, so all types of burgers and sandwiches. Even a chicken sandwich and a ham and cheese sandwich down here. And a list of sides as well. Looks like you've got French fries, asparagus, chips, tater tots. Yeah, all looking really good. And that's your menu here at Riro's Irish Pub and Restaurant. That's a good-looking pub restaurant here at Riro's. A lot I'm looking forward to trying today, and you know how it goes in my videos. Every restaurant is a buffet if you're willing to pay. I'm gonna get a nice variety, and together we're gonna see what Riro's is all about. Appetizers are coming up first. I'll see you a little bit when they arrive. And welcome back, everyone. The appetizers got here. This is looking so good. Let me give you a view. I got an order of the traditional potato cakes as well as their chicken bites, some of their sausage roll bites, baked goat cheese, and the potato and leek soup. This is all looking really tasty. Let's give them a try. I'm gonna kick off the appetizer with the potato cakes. Pretty good looking potato cake here. We've got a nice little chunk on the fork. Here's the potato cake. Oh, you know, I've got some mixed feelings on this one. I'm gonna start with the good. I actually really like the cook on these potato cakes. You do have a little bit of a crisp on that exterior, formed from a shallow fry, a really nice crunch there. The texture of the potato on the inside is also very good. Nicely mashed. I wouldn't exactly say velvety soft, but a nice creaminess to it. Overall, I really like the cook on these cakes. You do get a nice tang and a slight sweetness coming from the balsamic vinegar here, and a cooling richness from the sour cream. I think all of that works nice. Definitely the good parts. Now, unfortunately for me, I think the potato cakes are slightly under-seasoned. Outside of the flavors of the balsamic and the sour cream, the actual flavor of the potato is pretty muted here. I think a little bit more salt and pepper in that mash could really help bring out those flavors. Overall, not bad though. A little bit of additional seasoning, I think I would have liked these a lot. Next up, we're gonna try the sausage roll bites, or in American English, pigs in a blanket. I'll give it a little bit of a dip into the accompanying sauce. Now let's see how these are. Oh yeah, that's good. This is a pretty solid appetizer. I really like all the elements of it. Starting with the puff pastry, a little bit of a crisp to that outside, nice and flaky, quite buttery. Although if I had to give a little critique, I would say maybe just ever so slightly under. That said, though, I actually really like the Irish sausage inside. You have a pork sausage here. It's savory. It actually even has a bit of a snap to the casing. And there's a meaty quality to the sausage also. The meat has been well emulsified, also well seasoned. Just a good tasting sausage in the middle. This is served alongside a Guinness mustard sauce, and it is the perfect accompaniment for those pork rolls. It's creamy, it's rich, a little bit of kick from those mustard seeds, and a bit of an earthiness coming from the Guinness. You can actually taste the influence here. That's quite nice. All in all, I would say this comes together well. A good appetizer dish right there. Next up, I'm going to go in on the potato and leek soup. I've got a nice big spoonful here and it smells great. Here's the potato and leek soup. Oh, that is really good. An incredibly flavorful soup. Wow, I'm really liking this. A nice rich soup here. It has a creamy quality to it, but not ultra smooth, just a little bit grainy. You can tell that potato has been pureed into this. It's been beautifully seasoned. It's savory, slightly earthy, as well as a bit of a smoky element to it. It's so good how much the fried leek flavor has seeped its way into the soup. A slightly caramelized nuttiness coming from that. There's also just a hint of tang on the back end in this soup, likely coming from some Worcestershire sauce. It's all very well balanced. I could honestly probably eat a gallon of this. A really good potato and leek soup. Wow, I like that a lot. Next up, I'm gonna try the hot goat cheese. Served alongside some pitas, we'll give it a bit of a dip here. It's looking pretty good. Let's give it a shot. Oh yeah, that was good. This is a very tasty goat cheese dip. We'll start with the vessel that you're dipping. You have some slightly toasted pitas here that have been seasoned incredibly well. A bit of a smoky kick to it, while you still get the expected earthy flavors of the pita. The goat cheese is definitely tasty. Obviously it's very rich, just being straight cheese, but it has a really nice flavor to it. A bit tangy as expected from goat cheese, although in conjunction with the smoky seasoning blend on top of the pita, the bite finds really good balance. While I see some sliced up peppers on top, I wouldn't exactly say that their flavors come through all that much. You're really just getting the good flavors of the goat cheese along with the seasoning blend of that pita. And that is not a complaint from me, both of them go together great. If you're a fan of goat cheese, I think you're gonna really like this one. Next up, I'm going in on some chicken bites. You got some fried chicken bites here, and you have your option of sauces. I got both their Guinness barbecue as well as their Jameson honey glaze. And we're gonna start with the Guinness barbecue here. Let's see how it is. Yeah, that's good. Nothing really wrong with this fried chicken bite. Everything you're expecting is working well here. A nice crispy fried exterior, and the chicken in the center is well cooked. And while I wouldn't describe it as super juicy, it's certainly not dry, just good solid fried chicken here. Now I want to say that the chicken in the batter is well seasoned, but unfortunately I can't really tell because the majority of the flavor is actually coming from this Guinness barbecue sauce. I do like their Guinness barbecue sauce. It's sweet, tangy, it's got a bit of a bold smokiness to it, but the flavor of the Guinness here is actually very well fortified in the sauce. You can 100% get the influence of it, that nice earthiness coming through. This is certainly different from other sauces I've had. That was quite enjoyable. That's a pretty good piece of fried chicken right there. And the last bite that I'm gonna be trying today is the other chicken that I got with a different sauce. This is their Jameson honey glaze. And even though this does come along with ranch dressing, I really want to appreciate the sauce and see how that tastes. Here's the chicken with the Jameson honey glaze. Oh, you know, unfortunately, I can't say I'm the biggest fan of this one. Oh, no, this is unfortunate. I was hoping I would like the sauce a lot more. But I'll start with the good. Everything with the chicken was just as good as the one with the Guinness barbecue sauce. A crispy batter, soft, tender chicken. So that was all fine. So obviously then that comes down to the sauce. There's something a bit off-putting in the sauce to me. The woodsy flavor coming from the Jameson is super overpowering right up front. It's not all that smooth either. It's actually quite abrasive. It almost tastes like I just took a big lick of a tree. The flavor does eventually mellow out with the honey, and the woodsy note tones down a little bit more to be balanced, and then it becomes to be more enjoyable. Unfortunately, it literally tastes like you're just biting into wood up front, and that was just not pleasant at all for me. Now, they mentioned that this is one of their more popular sauces. Unfortunately, I don't think I would be getting it again in the future. All right, everyone, now that's all of the appetizers I'm trying today. A few more bites, I'm gonna box this all up to go, and then we'll do our first round of entrees. Don't worry, I'll be right back. And welcome back, everyone. My first round of entrees just got here. With my first round of entrees, we're going to check out a lot of their handhelds. Let me give you a view. I got the pub burger along with a Reuben, their turkey avocado burger, as well as a hot ham and cheese. And I've added Brussels sprouts and bacon, as well as tater tots for sides. This is all looking really tasty. Let's give it a try. I'm gonna kick off this round with the pub burger. Pretty good looking burger here. I got this with Swiss cheese. Let's see how the burger is. Oh yeah, that's good. And it's a perfectly fine burger. All in all, pretty standard, I would say. A nice soft burger bun, ever so lightly toasted in the center, and a pretty neutral flavor to it. A perfectly fine burger bun here. I do like the burger patty. It's been well cooked. I asked for this medium, and I've got a nice hot pink center here. And all said, a relatively juicy burger, though I've certainly had juicier. The produce here is all fine. Although slightly wilted lettuce, you do have some pretty fresh tomatoes, as well as a nice bite coming from the raw onion. I actually really like all that in the burger. I think the biggest attractor from this burger is that there is no sauce, and I think personally I would prefer just a little bit of additional moisture here. But otherwise, I would say this is all coming together very well. I went with the Swiss cheese here on this burger, and it's incredibly mild, and I wouldn't say its flavors are affecting the overall bite too much. It just brings a little bit of a richness. All in all, pretty standard good burger here though. Not a bad burger here. Personally though, I think I would like a little bit of a sauce. Now the sandwiches here don't actually come with sides, so I added some tater tots to the burger. We'll give it a little bit of a dip into the ketchup here, and let's give it a try. Yeah, those are good. A really nice tater tot here. Been cooked absolutely perfectly, a really great crunch to that exterior, and a good pillowy potato center. A slightly smoky and savory seasoning blend also for these tater tots. A very good flavor in general, and a satisfying crunch. I like the tots here. Now the ketchup here is very pungent. It's a curry powder ketchup, and the flavor of the curry is very forward-facing. You don't really get that sweetness that you're expecting from ketchup. A lot of the flavor profile is taken up by that curry. It does work very well with these tater tots though. A fun little side right there. Next up, I'll go in on the turkey avocado burger. This is a massive turkey burger, stuffed to the brim. It's actually kind of difficult to hold. Hopefully it tastes good. Here's the turkey avocado burger. Oh yeah, it's pretty good. An interesting burger, this one. It's the same bun that we saw earlier with the burger. Nice and soft, neutral in flavor, lightly toasted in the center. That's all working fine. I actually do like this turkey patty. This is the juiciest meat I've had so far here, which is pretty interesting considering that turkey is often considered a very dry meat. It's been well seasoned also, and a nice crust has been formed on the outside. A good cook to this turkey patty. But that said, it is turkey, so you're getting much less richness, as well as just that less meaty quality that you want when biting into a burger. Now they're using a cheddar cheese here, and probably one of the more mild cheddar cheeses I've tried, not super sharp. A bit of salinity coming from it also, that's nice. They're using a very nice house slaw here. I'm enjoying the crisp freshness of the lettuce, and there's a good level of moisture to it also. Slightly tangy, there's actually a bit of heat to it. You can tell that there's some peppers in that slaw, and it helps to bring a lot of additional dimension to the burger. The avocado slice on top is breaded and deep fried, providing some additional texture as well as a nice creamy richness. It's mostly there for mouthfeel though. I can't necessarily say that I taste the avocado in the bite. I would say for a turkey burger, this is actually quite good. A pleasant surprise, that one. Next up, we're going in on the hot ham and cheese. Been a while since I've had a ham and cheese at a restaurant. This actually looks pretty good. Certainly a nice aroma coming off of this. Here's the hot ham and cheese. Oh yeah, that is good. I'm really liking this hot ham and cheese sandwich. Starting with the bun here, it's something like a pretzel bread. You absolutely get a little bit of that earthy pretzel-like flavor. It's super soft, although slathered in butter. I do like the ham in this sandwich. A good pork flavor, nice and salty, with a little bit of a smoky flavor coming from that flat top grill. The ham is good. The same cheddar cheese that I saw earlier in the turkey sandwich is working well here. It's milder in flavor, not too sharp, with a bit of an additional salinity. That's nice. They have caramelized onions in the sandwich, and that's where a lot of the flavors are coming from that I'm enjoying so much. A nutty sweetness coming from those caramelized onions. It's just working so great here. Also working really well with those onions is that same mustard sauce that we saw earlier with the pigs in a blanket. Slightly pungent, a little bit of kick with a nice richness to it. It just tastes really good here. A nice earthy pretzel bread with some tasty ham and cheese with those onions and the mustard all coming together very well. That's a good ham and cheese sandwich right there. All right, everyone, next up I'm going to try the Reuben sandwich. Not only have I become a fan of Reuben sandwiches, but every time I skip one on the menu, you guys embass me in the comments for it. So I've got a nice looking one here. Here's the Reuben from Riro. Oh yeah, that's good. A well-executed Reuben sandwich here. Everything is playing together well. You've got a solid rye bread, it's been buttered and toasted. You absolutely get that licorice-like anise flavor here. And it's holding up to the weight of the sandwich. Can't ask for more from your rye bread and a Reuben. The corned beef here is pretty good. The flavors are very robust. A nice depth to that beef flavor. It's got a great salinity. I really like how it tastes. That said, I will say that the corned beef is a tad on the dry side. Not dry like a leather or anything like that, but I certainly appreciate a much more moist corned beef here. A nice mild richness coming from that Swiss cheese, the sauerkraut delivering its trademark sour flavors. And while there is something like a Russian dressing in here, unfortunately I can't say I tasted too much in the bite. I think a little bit more of an application would be beneficial. All said though, I think this is still a pretty good Reuben sandwich. If that corned beef was a little bit more moist and they applied a little bit more of that Russian dressing, I think I would have liked the sandwich a lot more. All right everyone, now the last bite that I'm trying from this first round of entrees is going to be the side that I got along with that Reuben. This is their Brussels sprouts with bacon. Looks like it's a shaved Brussels sprout with bacon. I actually like that quite a bit. I've got a nice big forkful here. Here are the Brussels sprouts. Yeah, not bad. This is a decent Brussels sprout side, although I wouldn't say my favorite recipe. The natural bitterness of the Brussels sprouts has been cooked out here properly, and so nothing is off-putting and nothing tastes bad. Unfortunately, you don't actually taste the Brussels all that much in this dish in general. I think this dish needs a lot more seasoning. The bacon here is nice, a nice smoky salinity coming from that, but effectively that's all you can really taste in the bite. The flavor of the Brussels are more or less kind of lost here, so you're really just tasting bacon with the texture of the Brussels. Maybe a little bit of additional sugar in that seasoning could help bring out the flavors of the Brussels a little bit more, but for me, this recipe's just okay. Yeah, I've definitely had better Brussels sprouts in my day. All right, my friends, now that's everything from round number 1 that I'm going to be trying today. A few more bites, I'm going to box it all up to go, and then we'll do our next round of entrees. Don't go, I'll be right back. And welcome back everyone. My second round of entrees just got here. With the second round, I went in on a lot of their regional favorites. Let me give you a view. I got their shepherd's pie along with their fish and chips, their mac and cheese, their bangers and mash, and their chicken curry. It is all looking really tasty. Let's give it a try. First off, we're gonna try the shepherd's pie. Been a while since I've had a shepherd's pie, and I don't think I've had one from an Irish pub before. Hopefully this is good. Here's the shepherd's pie. Oh yeah, that's good. This is a very well-made shepherd's pie. All of the elements here are working well. I really like the mashed potatoes here at Riro's Irish Pub. You have nice and fluffy mashed potatoes, and they've been seasoned beautifully, and it's not bland at all. The first layer already checks out. That's a good sign for a shepherd's pie. The meat gravy filling is quite good too. The majority of the flavor comes from lamb, and so it is quite pungent, almost a bit of a sour note if you're expecting just a beefy flavor, but it all does work well here. The gravy is incredibly savory, a nice depth of flavor to that, and the vegetables here have been well softened, cooked all the way through, further adding to the depth of that gravy. Texture-wise, it all is a bit one note, but that is by design, and so I'm not going to knock it too much, because I really do like the texture of these mashed potatoes. And while I'm usually a texture guy, not having any variation is completely fine in a shepherd's pie like this for me. All of this comes together very well as a tasty dish. A good shepherd's pie here. Next up, I'll try the fish and chips. Good looking fish here. We'll give it a bit of a dip in the tartar sauce. And let's see how it tastes. Yeah, not bad. I'd say this is a pretty decent piece of fried fish. I really like the batter here. A satisfying light crisp to it. It's incredibly airy, not too heavy of a batter. That's good. The fish has also been well cooked. It's moist, it's flaky, perfectly tender throughout. All said, a good fry job here. Unfortunately, I think the fish fry is quite under-seasoned. Not only the batter, but the fish itself on its own is pretty bland. The tartar sauce certainly helps in that department. A rich and creamy, tangy tartar sauce with a bit of sweetness to it. That works great. But unfortunately, without that tartar sauce, the bite does leave a bit to be desired here. I think I was personally expecting a lot more from this one. Next up, I'm going to try the side that came along with the fish and chips, obviously, the chips. Now, these are Irish-style chips, aka our American French fries. Let's see how they taste. Yeah, that's pretty good. You've got a nice Irish-style chip here. The preparation is definitely different from an American French fry, and so while it's really crispy if you get a thinner chip, there's not a lot of crunch when it comes to the substantially larger chips here. That said, the potatoes in the center are nice and pillowy, a good soft texture to them, and these chips have been seasoned very simply, just salt, but you can definitely appreciate the flavor of the potato here. I was born and raised here in the USA, and so I have a particular type of French fry that I enjoy, but these are certainly not bad. I definitely like the crispier ones a little bit more, but honestly, these chips are just fine. Next up, I'm going in on the chicken curry. Though I've never been to the United Kingdoms, I'm told oftentimes that the best food you're gonna find there is the Indian food. And so by proxy, I was curious what the curry was like here today. Here's the chicken curry. Yeah, that's good. A really nice curry dish here at the Riro. I am pleasantly surprised. The curry sauce is very flavorful. A bit more of a savory and spicy curry with still a good pungent earthiness. The spices here have been well balanced, and you've got a really good tasting curry. The curry gravy is also relatively thick, not all that watered down. I appreciate that a lot. A nice caramelized sweetness coming from these peppers and onions. And there's a solid cook on the chicken too. The chicken's soft and tender. Also well seasoned. You can actually taste the chicken in the bite, which is surprising. I thought that flavor was going to be lost within the curry sauce. You have a choice between having this served on top of rice, fries, or both. I went with both. And while I like it on top of the Irish style chips, maybe because I'm Asian, it's just in my DNA, I really like it on top of the rice. The neutral taste of the rice is definitely soaking up all that additional flavor from the curry and makes it a very enjoyable bite. I'm impressed. This is very tasty. That's a tasty curry right there. Next up, the pub mac and cheese. A vegetarian option here, served with mushrooms. You are able to add proteins, but I just got it straight up here. And a nice big forkful. Here's the mac and cheese. Oh yeah, that's really good. Excellent mac and cheese here at Riro. I'm liking everything about this. They're using a corkscrew pasta here, and it definitely wasn't made in-house, but it does have a firm texture to it. A little past al dente, but I actually really like the chew. I really like the cheese sauce on this mac and cheese. It's rich, it's creamy, but it's also very mild. It's not super salty. It melts beautifully against the other flavors in this dish. Those other big flavors being the seasoned breadcrumbs along with the earthiness of the mushrooms. You do have some nice spongy mushrooms throughout the bite, delivering their trademark earthy flavors. And the seasoned toasted breadcrumbs are delivering a bit of a nutty flavor, in addition to a very enjoyable crunch. That breakup in texture works really nicely for me, but it's really the balance of flavors between the cheese sauce and the mushrooms that's taking this over the top. This is all coming together very well. I'm actually really liking the mac and cheese here today. All right, my friends, now the last bite that I'm trying for my entrees today is going to be the bangers and mash. Now, while I'm aware of this dish existing, I've never actually had bangers and mash before. I've never been to Europe, and I didn't have any other real opportunities to try it, so I'm looking forward to this today. Here's the bangers and mash. Oh, you know what? That's pretty good. It took me a second to put all the flavors together, but it actually does come together pretty well by the end. Now, initially, all I tasted was this onion gravy, and admittedly, I'd be okay if that was the only thing I tasted. It's quite good. It's rich, it's thick, savory, with just a hint of earthiness to it also, and you absolutely get the sweetness of the onions in that gravy too. I'm really enjoying that. The peas have a decent texture, although I can't say that I made out their flavors in the bite. Though the blistered tomatoes I definitely tasted, and having that additional natural sweetness was really welcome in the bite. It was welcome because in general, the overall bite was very savory. The Irish sausage actually has a lot of flavor. It's incredibly well seasoned and a good meaty quality to it. And in general, I just really enjoy the flavors and the meaty quality of this sausage. These are the same mashed potatoes I saw earlier in the shepherd's pie, and so you know I'm a big fan already. Well seasoned, nice and pillowy with a good potato flavor, that's all working great. Meat, potatoes, and gravy go together well in my book, and with the additional dimension of the sweetness of the tomatoes, I actually did like this. I'm happy with my first experience on this dish. Now I'm curious to try even more types of bangers and mash, but this was a good start for me. All right, everyone, now that's all of the entrees I'm trying here today. A few more bites, I'm gonna box it all up to go, and then we'll do some dessert next. Don't go anywhere, because sweets are coming up. And welcome back, everyone. All the food is now packed up and ready to go, so it's time for some sweets. Let's take a look at the dessert menu together. And here's your dessert menu at Riro's Irish Pub. Let's take a look. We've got some deep dish snickerdoodles, as well as a lemon cream pie, Oreo ice cream cake. Oh, stop. I don't think I could ever say no to something like an Oreo ice cream cake. A Bailey's cheesecake, and a whiskey caramel bread pudding. Oh, that sounds so good too. Wait, 25 minutes? I don't got 25 minutes. I think it's gonna be the Oreo ice cream cake. But here's your dessert menu at Riro. I'd say that's a pretty solid looking dessert menu here at Riro, but you think you already know what I'm gonna get. And for all of you at home, I'm gonna make that dessert up here right now. And here it is, everyone, my Oreo ice cream cake. Growing up, cookies and cream was my favorite ice cream, and so I've always been in love with Oreo flavored anything dessert. And I've got a nice big spoonful here. I must admit, I'm really full, but there's always just a little bit of room for some dessert, right? Let's activate the dessert stomach, give this a try. Oh man, that is so good. Oh man, I am in love with this dessert. This was tailor-made for me. This is effectively like eating cookies and cream ice cream, except on steroids. I'm told that the ice cream is actually churned and made here, and it is incredibly creamy and very decadent. A nice smooth vanilla flavor to that ice cream also. This is really good. The Oreo layers in here are fantastic. The cookies have been able to retain their crunch. They're not soggy or soft. And as mentioned before, I'm a big texture guy, and so this is really up my alley.
Nice and sweet, chocolatey flavor of the Oreo cookies working so well. And they also have Heath bars that have been mixed into this, delivering a bit more of a nutty sweetness also. A nice airy sweetness from that whipped cream tops off this dessert, creating the exclamation point and a nice long sweet description sentence. Caramel and chocolate drizzle providing some accent flavors also. I'm enjoying this so much. A really tasty dessert right there. All right, everyone, now that's gonna do it for my lunch here at Riro's Irish Pub and Restaurant at the Mandalay Bay, Las Vegas. All the food that you saw in the video today, minus my Diet Pepsi, came out to $300 before tip, and I definitely had a nice time. All right, everyone, just scratch that super quick. I have big news. If you're a local, you're really gonna wanna pay attention. Now, I didn't actually plan this. I happened to overhear someone talk about it, but if you're a local here in Las Vegas and you come to Riro's on a Friday, you get 40% off your food bill. That actually brings my $300 check down to $182. Talk about a happy accident. I say 40% on the bill today. That's sweet. Now, when it came to the appetizer round, I really enjoyed the potato and leek soup. Incredibly well seasoned, a nice creamy texture, and having the delicious flavor of those caramelized leeks well emulsified through the soup. That was really good. I did enjoy all of the handhelds here, but I did think that the hot ham and cheese sandwich was a bit of a surprise. I just thought it was going to be very plain, but there were some good flavors working there. From the more regional recipes, I think the mac and cheese and the chicken curry were my favorite. And that Oreo ice cream cake really made my day. If you're staying at the Luxor Mandalay Bay or you've been interested in Riro's Irish Pub, hopefully this video has been informative for you. All right, everyone, now that's going to do it for this week's video, where I continue my quest to vlog every restaurant on the Las Vegas Strip as well as downtown on Fremont Street. Make sure you return next Saturday. I would love to have you as I continue to add to my collection. Thank you so much for watching. Have yourself a fantastic week, and I hope you enjoy Vegas with me, Shin. Bye.